wandered for 2 hours.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We've had a bit of a crazy time. So, yeah. One guy's out with a kid coming. One's out because of work. And one left because he has to work at this time. So that leaves us with our current 4 players. And we'll see what kind of adventures they have today. So, of you 4 intrepid adventurers, who would like to do the recap today?
Dax. Considering I fell asleep in the last 44 minutes of the game, I'm not qualified to go to the recap.
I think that's a good reason to make you do it.
Okay, fine. Well, can you pull up? Can you put the thing on tabletop simulator? At least I can look at the thing.
Can I, the what? Hey, Raven.
The game's on tabletop simulator.
What are you talking about?
The game being hosted is not on tabletop simulator for me. I don't know why. Do I need to restart my tabletop simulator?
That's odd. Everyone else is in.
Yeah.
I'll just restart my tabletop simulator. I don't know what's going on.
Did you hit the refresh servers button?
Yeah, I hit about 72 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I counted them 72. Yeah.
I always join straight from Steam. Right-click join game.
I always forget you can do that with a lot of games.
I forget about that too.
You know, I didn't ask you to come over here. There we go.
Well, then I'll leave.
Not
Fine,
you.
geez.
Stupid Steam. Thinking I want it to do things and it does its own thing.
Cindy's like, I'm going back to Elden Ring. Okay, bye.
Yeah, right?
Yep. See ya.
No, it's Steam, how it acts so wonderfully and so absolutely terrible.
Gotcha.
And it's like, just do what I want you to. Stop acting
I
like
just
you
thought-
can be
That's how I feel
smart.
about everything on a computer. Just do what I want you to do.
Yeah, actually,
I just thought you guys should know that
I said what you suggested.
I do not have Elden Ring up and running currently. I promise.
Now
It's
that you
not.
said it, I don't believe you.
Yeah, now it seems like you're trying to cover up.
Does seem a bit fishy.
Seems a little sus.
Well, it'll be pretty easy to tell shortly.
There's your proof. And just,
He just did a quick Photoshop edit of his third monitor.
I actually only have 2. I downgraded.
So,
I mean, we don't know that.
let us focus
I do.
if you guys are
I
good
know.
at that. We're going to get things going if you don't mind. Who wants to do the recap? I know ISO doesn't.
I mean, I can't.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I got a brief like small little thing from G3.
Recap was pretty much us getting lost in an elevator I couldn't read that goes in all sorts of directions. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
that's
do it.
really
Okay.
accomplished much.
I'll follow the mistake. You know, I'll do it, guys.
But we all have inspiration, so.
All right, so this is what I remember. Picking up from week before last, we had our scalpel, our little medbot. He gets fried. H8 gets stuck in some kind of loop he can't get out of. Dax almost dies getting the language of the makers. From there on, Killy and I do a scouting mission trying to find out what's going on. We find that there's different style housing in a couple blocks away. The party moves a couple blocks away. We find a place. We investigate it. It seems to be some kind of corpo building. If I recall correctly, we're not sure exactly what it was. We researched it. Ended up having to find a special way to get a key card. Gave it to Killian. Moved on from there. Accidentally Dax and his infinite machine knowledge brings us to the security floor and finds Ed 209 in lizard form, threatening to kill us all if we step out of the elevator on the security floor. We go back down. This is where I get a little hazy.
Yeah, that's when it went weird.
Yeah, I got we go down, we find a power generating unit. We head up the stairs after slowly investigating this power generating unit, understanding what we can find. Keep in mind H8 and Scalpel are not with us at this moment. It's just a party that we have right now trying to find, going up these stairs, and I don't remember what we were called at the top of the stairs. That's the end of my recap.
You guys took the elevator back up to the lobby floor, as you called it.
Yeah.
And you guys took a rest there.
Reception room. That's where we ended because we were going a whole lot of nowhere and kind of grr.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what happened. I watched the stream, and I'm sorry, I drew a blank.
When we went down, it was basically the Undercity with where all the maintenance was taking place for the thermoelectric generator, whatever you'd call that. Yeah, that's right. But since it is a thermoelectric generator, it's a little hot to be walking about without proper protective gear.
Especially for me.
It's slightly uncomfortably warm.
Yeah, I felt good. H8 just sent a notice on the Discord. I don't know if everybody read it.
You don't have to point it out. I'll be back. Right back. I just.
Hey man, look, I'm just trying to.
I thought you had disconnected.
No, it was like literally I'm using Shadow, and I don't have a great connection to Shadow for some reason, probably because I just don't have great internet, and it was messing up my internet, like Cass was going in and out, so it was like
Cass was dead.
Pure was going in and out.
Why don't you have them, just drop fiber directly to your house? Everyone has that kind of money.
Yeah, no.
For my house.
I don't get to decide what we have at my house. So.
You mean you don't have internal 10 gig and then gig down and up?
No, I have like 100.
I would love corporate fiber. That's like 30 gigs.
Right?
Ooh, that's a lot.
You don't even need it though.
No, I'm good with what I have now.
So if I just randomly cut out, it's because my computer crashed, and I'll have to come back. Just so you know.
I understand.
Usually he has time to let us know on Discord, but
right.
Yeah, usually the sound doesn't cut out right away, but it's like a cascading destruction of drivers that happens.
Yep. Kind of like what I was having happen.
Kind of, but different. Like mine's definitely the card. I know it's the card. Yeah. Like when I opened it up real quick, I know we always get off topic, but when I opened it up to rethermal paste it, there was like a good quarter of the die that just had nothing on it. So I think something. Yeah, I think it just over the years it got worse and worse, and then eventually now it just randomly crashes on games.
All right.
But anyway.
So, the camera pans back into this alien building, an 3D ovular shaped building that you found yourselves in. Very pristine and clean. There's no scent on the air. There's just air. And it's also very silent, given that there's no forest or anything around. It is eerie silence. other than the noise coming from yourselves. You all had taken your rest.
Is it just short rest, or we just get the long rest here?
Were you taking a short or a long rest?
I don't remember. I think we just said we were resting because we needed to get out last week.
Yep. So everyone said they're resting. I don't know if you're planning on taking a long or
Right.
short. That's up to you guys.
I don't know how long we're welcome here, so I have no idea. I mean, I would like a long rest to get rid of the exhaustion, but I'm not sure this is the best place for it either.
I mean, we can always, wait until they send the security bot after you, right?
Sure. Why not?
Security bot comes down. Eradicate, eradicate, eradicate.
Probably wouldn't even say anything. He'd just blow us up.
I know, I was more saying that in reference to some other sci-fi with robots.
Yeah. Walking metal skirts with guns.
You gotta have something to contain your amorphous gelatin corpse. Alright, so what do you guys want to do?
We're back in the reception-ish area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is H8 back?
What's
Not
up
quite
to
yet.
H8?
Yeah, I
Not
guess
quite yet.
he's not ready yet. By the way,
Okay.
H8 wasn't caught in a loop. He's basically like a little teenager, just
Right, it's
like slammed his door and just not shut off, but went into.
Well, he should probably update you on what actually happened too. So, since I
I mean,
just
you could try.
gave you
We'll see.
brief bits,
We'll see how he
that
how
I
he
remember.
reacts.
Did H8 at least come with them to the building, or did he just stay back at the other building?
I think it basically happened where we entered the whole area, wasn't it?
It was back a ways, yeah. They're at the central building now.
I mean, you could always just try to like message me.
No, I was wondering if time when to let you know what was going on with your character. So it's kind of a big deal, and we don't really know.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I
that
haven't
part.
learned yet, or have I?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wasn't here last week.
After H8 grabbed Dax and said that, and kind of stormed off to kind of shut down and pout.
All right.
As soon as he takes a step on the road, a map of the whole city just comes up in his mind, and he can see full paths, like where he's at and every single building. And he can actually read what every building is.
On the map.
Yeah, in your mind.
Okay, so do I understand the language?
Yeah.
Or okay. So I now understand this language.
Mhm.
Okay. Can I bring up any of the past things that we've? Because now, if I understand that language, so does GA, the AI.
Once you get back to having a connection, yes.
Oh, that's right. We're not connected. That's right. I forgot. Ugh.
Yeah. That's
So
why you
she's
had
just
to make
like
that
a
deal.
blank AI at this point. Or no, I just can't connect to her at all.
Yeah, there's just no connection.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm still pouting, so I kind of let them go on their own, and I'm just back here, just
You do feel a part of you being drawn towards the central building. like almost like a
Interesting.
slight tug. Like imagine like someone put like a thread on you, like on your hand or something, and is like pulling
I
it.
know. Yeah, I see what you're
So
saying.
it's not
I see what
enough
you're saying.
to force you or anything. But you,
It's like it's like I want to go there. Or
some,
not that I want to, but something's drawing me.
yeah. It obviously isn't something that's like forcing you, but kind of, like I said, it's kind of like a little thread pulling you.
Now,
that way.
are they in the center?
Yeah, they said they were heading
Okay.
off to the center. Well, you just decide to shut down and pout.
Okay. Okay, well, they're far enough where I feel like I can just, like, I don't have to be sitting there pouting anymore. So I do, reinitialize, and I look around. Any signs that I can read around me in this entrance?
All of them.
Okay, well, how many signs are, like, what am I seeing exactly right now?
There's a bunch of different educational buildings. Like you see library, you see some of the terms don't quite translate.
Okay.
But you fully understand what they mean. It's just they don't translate into other verbiage well.
I get that. But they're all educational kind of buildings.
In this area where you're at right now, there's a whole bunch of different educational facilities. When you look at the map, this whole region of the city that you're in right now is just educational. You went from residential, now you're in education, and then it's industrial, and then HQ.
And they're in HQ in the center?
That's where they said they're heading, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I would very, very, very slowly take a stroll down this area, and I want to gather as much information without, like, going into anything, because I'm still kind of walking towards that center that's kind of like, pulling me in. But I would like to gather any kind of information, anything that, like, oh, we should be checking that out later, maybe, or... So I don't know, would I do a perception, or are you just going to tell me?
You can actually see kind of like what the buildings are. To actually see what's inside, you'd have to go inside.
Right, okay.
You actually see...
I have a map, which basically I could say where everything... Okay, I gotcha.
You also have a rudimentary... You can actually see like the rudimentary AIs for the different buildings. And when you look at the center building, you actually see a big eye on the top of the central building.
Okay.
And now when you look at those little cameras, as they put it, that you saw before, you actually see little eyes.
Oh, so I can
that look the same as the big eye. Yeah.
The Emperor's finest.
Thank you, Cindy.
We await your command.
Am I able to...
No power in the verse can stop me.
Being seen by these?
No.
I didn't think so. So they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then, I mean, I'm just going to slowly make my way.
You actually notice, like, little ones, like, little... Basically, you're, like, seeing, like, the... You know how, like, Cyberpunk and Shadowruns and stuff has, like, the computer world?
I've never played any of those games, so... Sorry. I get the idea of, like, a...
You basically have, like, a
world,
AR eyes on right now, where you actually see things that aren't physically there.
I'm not seeing a map, per se. I'm seeing a 3D map in my mind as I'm walking. Yeah, I got you.
But you also, outside, looking at the buildings and stuff, you actually see these images that aren't actually there as well. Like the AR aspect outside.
Right.
So you actually see these little subroutine entities buzzing along the lighting and stuff on the road, and like they just like look at you, and like some of them will like wave as they just like go by. They're more basic entities. They're not like AI.
I have to wave back at least one of them. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm continuing my way to the center.
Okay.
Again, slowly. I'm taking my time, like, completely. Because I really, H8 really does, like, he doesn't know why he got so angry. And he kind of feels bad now thinking about it.
Understandable. Some of your components seem to almost harmonize with this place. Like they're almost working better.
Am I feeling more? Like, not physically.
Not exactly feeling. It's more you can sense the functionality increase.
Is he maybe in tune?
It's kind of like, for example, like if you're using like a computer as an example, when you clean it up, run repairs on it, get things more aligned and corrected, it works quicker, right?
Oh, so something about this place is actually, like, optimizing me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something like that. You're not sure if it's optimized or just improving the functionality.
Defragmenting in progress.
Yeah, there you go. But you just like things are reacting a little more quicker for you. You're able to just. It's not like double time or anything, but you being a machine can notice a 0.00001% increase.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But you are noticing that as well as you're walking along.
Now, they don't know that I can read all this yet, right?
I think Dax is suspicious, but I don't think the others know.
Like, suspicious as in, like, he probably caught a glimpse of it while he and
he can read it, and he's pretty sure you can with the reaction
he
had.
can too. He can too.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
I mean, I didn't have the heads-up display like he does.
Right.
No.
But you can read. Yeah. Okay.
You also don't see the AR aspect, and you don't feel like you're working better. And
no, I was just wondering about that because that'll
Yep.
help. That'll help me, like, play it when I do get to them.
see, the issue is Dax has learned it as though it was a foreign language, right?
Yeah, but I'm a robot, so it's basically programmed into me now.
Right. So you are more understand it as almost like a fluent, where he understands it as translating it into his language. So there's that aspect. Not huge, but it does make a bit of difference.
Is it true or is it not true that Dax makes shadow puppets to communicate with his lights?
Not shadow puppets, no.
That's up to him.
I mean, I guess he could.
I mean, he can make shadow puppets and give you the finger if it makes you feel better. But he probably doesn't know what that means because, it's
he
tentacles.
also doesn't have fingers.
Make some really creative shadow puppets.
He's particularly fond of the Cthulhu shadow puppet.
Cthulhu?
Yeah.
I know Cthulhu had his own shadow puppet. I mean, I know he has a bunch of square squid people, but...
So the closer I get
I'm afraid that joke went over my head.
I'm just trying to move on. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So the closer you get,
no,
what?
I was saying sorry to him, not you. The closer I get to this center headquarters, is there anything noticeable on my AR about it other than the giant eye?
It's the HQ. That is where all the central administration. That is where all the controls and everything were. It is the central building that was created right on top of the first building built, which was the power generator. Right on top of that was built this building to then orchestrate all the others being created here.
So there's a giant power generator below this building, basically.
Mm-hmm. You remember when you're walking? I actually think it was after you shut down. While you're walking along, you can look down and you see certain areas. There's a glass area where you can actually see down into the water, and you see those little scurrying four-legged like spider creatures on the outside, and you see like large fins and stuff of same organic metallic component that is moving with the water some and the heat, and it seems like it's absorbing the heat or something.
Yeah,
so there's this
I don't want to get into
huge...
a water fight.
These aren't. No. These aren't the corrupted four-legged spiders.
Okay. Oh.
These are. They look a little different.
Okay, so almost as if everything outside of this city has been corrupted. Whereas it wasn't. Okay, anyway.
So you see them basically like on the underside, like performing maintenance on this generator and stuff, and you see those large serpentine creatures like swimming around further away. But you can see how this city was actually built at this junction point in these thermal, this tears where there's thermal venting right below it, and it's utilizing all that natural heat to power the city.
One last question.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone know that I have a map in my head?
No.
Okay. That's good to know.
Well, we know he has a map because he shared it with me. We don't know about anything else, though.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you do know that I have a map. You don't know that I'm seeing AR map, basically.
No. Yeah, he knows that there's a map, not that it's AR map.
Okay, so I guess I get to the they're in the lobby of that building now?
Yeah, the central building. And I think you guys were taking a rest, so were you going to take a long or short rest?
I mean, if there's enough time to take a long rest by the time he gets here, then yeah. It'll help out with what's to come for sure.
Well, I mean,
what is it you're trying to do?
Get rid of exhaustion is what I want to do.
Okay, so you're trying to take a long rest. Whether you succeed or not is a different question.
Oh. Because I'm not here yet, so you don't have anyone who's gonna stay guard, basically.
So Dax is trying to take a long rest.
Anyone but me would be able to stay guard. Of the group that was there.
Deke and Zal.
Deke, Killian, and Zal. I mean...
Are you guys trying to rest, or are you standing guard? What are you guys doing?
I'm usually always the guard, because that's part of my traits.
Right. I don't know if you're going to try to catch a rest during this time as well.
I can alternate my own. I can turn this into a short rest for me, and then stand guard part of the time, so me and Dee can both get a little bit of rest.
It's fine.
Actually, I think I'm the only one that needs to.
Well, you all are going to have to rest at some point, because it was kind of midday when you guys started coming down, so it's probably getting, probably around dinner time at least by this point.
I mean, technically, didn't I take a rest? Like, when I was...
Kind of.
I mean, if they're taking a rest, then I kind of was too, right? Like...
You also don't need the same rest that the organic beings need.
Actually, I don't need any rest, technically.
Right. So you actually get there a few hours into... You see Dax is kind of just over there snoozing. exhausted from the ordeal he had underwent, and you see Deke and Zal, Killian as well, and they're all there in the central lobby kind of area of this building.
Yeah, basically I walk up and I kind of, my head's not down low, but it's like a little tilted down, and I'm just kind of like waving, like, hi. I don't say it, but I'm just like, hi.
The road actually comes up and splits and connects around the central building. So you come up, you go around, and then there's the main entrance. It's currently shut.
Oh.
And there's a panel there.
Okay, so I'm not in there yet, basically.
Yeah. So, but you walk
There's
up,
a
you see them kind of in there. I was kind of saying what you will be seeing shortly.
Oh, I gotcha. Do I, through my AR, do I know how to work this panel?
I mean, you look at the panel, it's in, any other language you understand.
It's a basic, like, open shut button, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, obviously, I will open the door.
The door opens. And you walk in.
Yeah, I'm guessing Deke especially, like, whips his head around to see what it was.
Deke, you were looking down one of the other paths, just keep an eye out, and you hear the door open. The main door.
Shoot before looking.
Don't think Deke would do that.
Yeah, no.
I think Deke is trigger finger controlled enough that he would potentially draw and level it at it, but not.
He only has a shotgun as well.
Fire.
I think Killian might misfire. He might do it.
If I was that bad with a gun as a mercenary, I would have never been hired.
Precisely.
I wave kind of pathetically, like, yeah, I'm here.
Hey guys.
Alright, so what? A door opened somewhere?
Yeah, the main door opened to the lobby where you guys initially came in. And then walks H8.
Do I know that H8 did that?
Since the door was shut and it opened and he walked in, you have a guess that he may have.
Alright. Guys, I guess we're following H8.
AJ looks around like confused, like, what? What do you mean? What's going on? I don't know what's going on right now. So fill me in, please.
Are you in control of your body?
He gives him the finger. Yeah, I think so. Does this prove anything?
It sure does.
Alright, you guys talk amongst yourself just for a minute. I gotta take a quick look at something.
Yeah. You just proved that you were rude.
Look at it.
Your rude chipboards are working.
Oh, that's great.
An appropriate gesture incoming.
Like that kind of like proves that it's me, right?
You know that symbol was made by fleshy organics.
I don't know. I made it better. See how big this finger is? Look at it. It's like as big as your hand.
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Yeah, that could have gone dark quick.
Yeah, y'all have minds on you.
Y'all.
I'm an East Coaster all my life, and I'm using y'all.
That's alright, I do too.
From the South, I barely ever use y'all.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, H8 does ask, like, you know, why? What's going on? Why are you following me now?
Why'd that door open and then you walked through? Why do you not know what's going on?
H8 looks back, like, I just pressed the button. That's all I did.
There's a button?
I mean, if you didn't see the button... Oh, maybe you didn't see the button. God, how is this gonna... Oh, hold on.
I don't see a... Maybe I don't see a button. I don't know.
You don't see what?
Did I see the button that he pressed?
It's not a button to you. It's weird. alien squigglies.
Oh, you mean this thing?
Yeah. I just it said open, so I opened it.
How do you know it said open? I thought Dex could only read this.
But I mean, it literally says open. Oh, you probably don't see what I'm seeing right now, do you?
No, I don't. What's going on with you?
Well, I'm not technically reading it. I just know it, and I visually can see it says it in my head, I guess.
Where's this
I mean-
info stream coming from?
I just
Is this
know it
GA?
now. No, I'm still can't connect to GA. This is, I guess, when I touched Dax to try and help him, it just kind of got downloaded into my head. I think.
Interesting.
It
I don't
seems
know.
there's an advantage to having the robotics in this place, since it does appear that
You're
he's
you're still sleeping, I think.
Oh yeah.
Unless he woke up.
Yeah, unless you just woke up because you heard
You
me
squids
talking.
snore?
No.
Do they make little blubbering noises?
I was gonna say,
If we were in water, maybe. I don't have water in my suit though, so no.
Actually, a point on that, Dax, somewhat related and somewhat not. I was thinking about it the other week and realized an issue. So, earthbound beings tend to use electricity as the resource of power for technology, correct?
Right.
And that won't work very well underwater. So I was trying to think what else could potentially work. And what your race used instead of electricity would be crystals and light.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I was thinking all the sci-fi shows tend to still use electricity as the core component for energy, when it's actually only one form of energy.
Yeah, it's just the most well-known, so that's what they use.
Well known to us, yes.
Right.
So
It's easiest for our silly human brains to wrap our heads around.
well, that's why I'm kind of saying it now, kind of as a little aside there for our discussion, just so that when it does come up and stuff, it's not a surprise to you,
Right.
and you can kind of just play with it more and stuff. Like, oh yeah,
That's
that's
fair.
normal.
Okay, so here's a question.
Makes sense.
Is it possible that I could take a screenshot of what I'm seeing and send it to them so they know what I'm seeing?
Where's your print screen button?
Right, exactly.
You can record the image, yes.
Okay.
However, sending it to them is a difficulty because you haven't upgraded
Oh,
yourself
that's-
to actually be a local router for them.
That's right, because we don't have connection to each other right now.
Right.
That's
You can't
right.
somehow connect to like my visor, my helmet.
Does your helmet or visor have a cable that can connect to it?
You know what? You know
I
what?
don't know.
You know what? Obviously, actually,
I
Dax
do
only
think they both
communicates-
have computer interfaces. As a cyborg, I think he has one.
We do
I just
both have a
figured
computer
instead of-
interface.
This is like a futuristic sci-fi. I figured instead of cables, it should at least be Wi-Fi.
I mean, you can attempt a connection like that. They weren't currently configured to be able to do that.
Or I was really thinking like in The Expanse when they just kind of like flick things to other devices.
Oh my god, that's such a good show. Anyway, sorry.
Yes,
I'm just mad. I'm mad it's done.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, things in this universe might be connected in like a wireless way like that. Or am I overthinking?
I think
It's
when
possible.
there is, yeah, like, from what I'm getting is that if there's no like local kind of server to host everything, it's harder to go from one thing to another.
They
Well,
didn't do
so
that out of a base, did they? Did they do it
my
out
real
on the moon?
question, they did. Yeah, if you were within the same area, it's just like a Bluetooth connection.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, it's more like a Bluetooth.
And that's kind of what I was getting at to you, Dime, is like how deep in reality do we want to get? Do we have to have, like IP addresses in the same subnet, or can this just be...
No, it's not. We're not going to go to that degree. No,
I don't think so.
it hadn't been configured to be able to do that. Is what I was saying.
Gotcha.
Is that something you can configure to enable? Probably. You just need to have someone who has the technical skill to do it. Real life, a lot of things are possible when they've been configured to handle it.
Let me just try it myself first. Roll
Okay.
like a... What would that be, like an
well,
intelligence?
wouldn't I have to
Science check.
send it to you?
He would basically
but
be
I've-
turning on his to accept it and see
Right.
if yours can then pick up that's
I'm
available
rolling to configure mine.
device.
Sorry, give me a moment.
Would it be easier to roll a live connection or to roll like a file basically I just took and stored?
I figured you took a screenshot.
I can't believe we're Snapchatting right now on Prime.
Hey.
Well, we were just talking about like I'm seeing this stuff, so I'm trying to like show them what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if there was a difference though, if it would have been easier for a live or just a file transfer.
Can we just download Snapchat? I mean,
Hey, lucky you.
Oh wow!
So
Of
in a
all the
moment
rolls-
of technical
Yeah, I know,
clarity,
right?
you're like, oh yeah, I remember how we did that back in training and stuff. Yeah. So we just need to do this. Hey, can you see it now, H8? And you actually do see that there's a device available that you can send data to, and you can either stream it or send it. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna stream it to him so he can see exactly what I'm seeing right
Okay.
now.
So I can see through your eyes, essentially, or...
Basically, and I'm like looking around, and you're seeing like the different word, or like you're not understanding the words.
Just gonna say,
you're seeing them,
I don't think it
correct?
would
Yeah.
translate them because his eyes don't.
Right, it wouldn't translate them, but you'll
change
see
them.
that I have like an AR, like things are around. I have a map in my head, basically.
Yeah.
Dope.
will your helmet fit on Dax so he can understand the language?
No.
No.
And Dax wouldn't. Dax is understanding the language. I mean,
Yeah.
he could translate it basically.
Dax understands the
he-
language. H8 knows the language.
Yeah, there's a difference between
Yeah.
being able to read it and being able to understand it. You can read a word and know what the word is, but not understand the meaning to this race and this culture or whatever.
I
Right.
can read Spanish, I just don't understand it.
I'm gonna. Yeah,
There you
right,
go.
right, exactly.
The difference between being fluent in something and not being fluent, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, basically. I'm gonna go back a little bit and ask a question about the language.
Sure.
Is it something? Is it familiar to me in a way that I can't understand?
Some of it is. It has some familiarity,
Okay.
like a different language that you're aware of shares some components with
Okay.
this language,
Okay.
but this language is
Okay.
different.
Okay.
It has 6 parts to it.
Oh. Okay.
It's basically 6 languages in one.
So I'm basically like, I'm seeing familiarity in one of the languages, basically.
Something like that. You're not
Okay.
quite
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. That's what I figured.
You know how AI
My-
can be
my
like,
memory
these
is
two
not
things are
good."
similar, we're not quite sure why?
click on the picture of a boat.
Right.
Sorry. I had one of those issues today. It's like that's a boat. What? Okay, so Deke now knows what I'm seeing.
Mhm. So
Is
Deke,
the
as he
rest
looks
over there, is
around,
Dax awake? Or
I think Dax is still snoozing. I was going to say that Deke, as he looks around, you actually see these kind of like AR subroutine programs in a number of different places.
the little guys that are waving at me.
Yeah, like if he looks outside at the power conduit, you see these little entities zipping along.
Yeah, I don't know.
And actually, on that topic, the little spiders you saw actually had a AR face on them as well.
Wait, they have faces on them?
The AR, they do. To everyone else, they didn't. To you, they did.
No, that's what I meant. Like, like, what do you mean faces? Like
Not
faces?
like a person's face, but like a creature face.
Emojis.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, like kind of like a designator, in visual form, kind of. Like this is what
Kind
it
of.
is.
It almost makes them look more like a creature, if you can see the AR.
So are you saying you could tell one from the other?
Probably.
Oh. Oh God, I'm confused. You're giving H8 too much to think about, and that's a problem.
You're starting to understand why there had to be that option. You got more than you bargained for.
Well, gotta make it interesting.
I think you should lead from now on.
As I'm looking around and like seeing that there's paths.
I
that
don't feel
can take
comfortable with that.
Okay, you can stay here if you want.
It's one game, you know. I'm just kidding.
No, that's like literally if that's what your character said, H8 said that.
Zhao leaves the party. But I mean, like, since you and I can see, you understand and see, I just see.
Correct.
You can at least lead us in the right direction of wherever the hell we want to go.
Oh, keep in mind, H8, they haven't seen the big eye on the top of the tower. Or the fact that there's all those eyes about. You do see a few of the eyes in this room.
Shouldn't Deke have seen the eyes as well?
The small ones in this room, and he can actually see the turrets.
I just want to make that point. Because H8 probably wouldn't mention it.
Okay.
Like, just on his own volition.
Yeah. Deke, you're actually seeing where all these little optical nodes are. There's actually like an eye you can see now looking at you.
Oh.
Like, so you look around and there's these little eyes every so often, where there used to just be an optical node in AR form. It's an actual eye looking at you.
H8, what are these? Are these like video cameras of some sort?
And so Dax did say the city was watching.
Yeah, I'm assuming, Diamond, that they are just like surveillance cameras, correct?
Well, it's the optical nodes that you saw when you first were entering above the door, and that you've seen throughout the city.
Yeah, something's watching us.
All right.
I do want to mention one thing though, and now at this point, H8 looks straight up where I'm guessing the big eye is, and then points at it.
You can't see it from inside.
Oh, you can't see it from inside?
No.
Oh, I thought the AR, I'd look up and it'd just be there.
It chooses to turn that aspect off, so it's a kind of like an intelligent AR.
I got you.
So when you're outside, you see it when you look at the top of the building, but when you're inside, you see the building.
Okay, well then I do say to Deke, I like put a finger up and I'm like, hold on a second, watch this. And I walk out outside. I press the button again, which he has no idea was even there,
Mhm.
because I'm sure there's a button on the inside as well. Correct?
Yeah. Well, it actually
Yeah.
auto opens and lets you out, and then shuts behind you.
Oh, it auto opens. Interesting. So I walk out, turn around, look up to see the eye.
So as he looks up at the top of the building, Deke, you notice a massive eye, kind of like the Eye of Sauron sort of thing, but a nice looking one instead of, hateful and flame writhen.
Like a clean, just.
Which is an exact copy of all the little eyes you're seeing, just much bigger.
And it's staring down on us.
Yep.
And then I walk back in. You see that?
Yeah. I don't know what to do about it though, so keep going.
Keep going where? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, Dax is still sleeping at this point, so.
Oh yeah. Do we want to scout ahead?
H8 shrugs.
I guess I'll scout ahead since Killian's sleeping.
Okay.
And H8, you're a little bit too big to actually scout.
You could probably squeeze in the elevator with him, but an elevator, as you guys called it.
Too big for that
But
elevator? Oh no!
no, you'll fit. You'll fit. It's just there's not necessarily a lot of room for something more than you.
So our whole team won't fit, basically.
Right.
Well, I mean, if we can fit, I'll at least stay at the elevator and guide you a little bit, as much as I can.
If you want to have someone in there with you, H8, you could probably fit one, maybe two people, but they would have to squish.
I have an idea. Can I reverse the feed to where I am now sending my feed to H8?
Oh, so if you show your but the video feed might not include the AR though. That's the thing.
True.
It wouldn't. It would be just sending whatever is being sent.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's the thought.
I can't take what's being fed to me and somehow.
Overlay it onto what you're seeing.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
I would take a lot of science, probably. I don't know if you got another 20 in you.
Nope.
I mean, you can try. You mess it up
Does
and
that
you
sound
lose your
like-
senses.
Yeah, I was about to say you might
Nat
screw up
1.
yourself if you do that.
Might break my helmet.
Nah. Not break it, just mess it up and disable things. If you roll too low.
I mean, we could just wait until the others wake up.
Like I said,
so
you can squeeze if you want to. It's just not comfortable.
hang on. So we still have communication between each other via close range walkie-talkie stuff. I could still send my video feed to H8, and then he
Basically, flip through both of them to compare and be like, okay, that way, kind of thing.
Well, so if my feed goes straight to you, you wouldn't be able to see any of the AR stuff,
Oh yeah.
or would you?
No,
Wouldn't.
I wouldn't. That's the thing.
It has to be through your own
It has to be through my
Eyes.
own eyes. Yeah.
shit.
So,
Hey, can I
Yeah.
make my eyes Bluetooth? You can take one of my eyes?
no. Your optical sensors are not built in such a way where it's
that was
removable.
absolutely a joke. I know
Like I
that
said,
wasn't possible.
You could go in the elevator, and if Deke wants, he could squish with you. It just isn't going to be as comfortable.
I mean, if it gets us down there or down or up, I don't know which way we're going, but
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking about is what are we really gonna do without Dax and his
What do you want to do?
science?
What are you
I was just
trying
gonna
to do?
scout ahead and find the different ways we can go. If there's a way
Scout
that has
where? Scout for
I
what?
would say
Because
I don't
if
know
you
what-
remember,
I don't see. I don't. H8 doesn't know. Like he's just like he's not a tool, but like he doesn't want to make decisions like that. Shut up. But he doesn't want to make decisions. Like he doesn't care. Basically, like he's just here to facilitate what's going on. And that's why it's like really kind of like I can't lead. Like
you do still have that thread pull.
I do. Now is it pulling me up or down?
Up.
Oh, it is pulling me up. Well, in that case, I guess I would say to Deke, I would be like, something's telling me to go up.
At the same time, you can read off what the different floors are.
Oh.
So it depends on what you're looking for. That's kind of why I was asking Deke what it is he's trying to find.
That's
because
right. Okay,
technically,
so H8 does look up as he's saying this, and I would like to know the different floors. Because I could probably read them all, Oh, wait, no. I'd have to go in the elevator, and then I could read the different floors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was in there. I'm looking at them. I don't know what they are. H8, can you come in here and read these for me?
Yep. And I kind of peek over because it's a little snug. So I'm halfway in the elevator, looking at the.
You can fit in. It's kind of, you gotta wiggle in there a little bit, but then Deke is gonna be kind of pushed up against the wall, overpack the elevator a bit.
Well, I'm just looking at this point. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's not in there yet.
Suck it in.
No, I get that. I'm just explaining the size. So you stick your head in and look.
How many floors and what are they labeled?
There's a lot of them, and they're labeled a lot of things.
So 60 plus?
Yeah. This whole building is the central building of the city, right? So it has everything you would expect that to have. There's security, there's infrastructure, there's technology, there's power. All of it was centrally located from this location. So if you want to think like Gotham City, it's like, Wayne Tower, where it has everything to and from there. Or any other setting where they have their central building where everything goes from.
Honestly, I was thinking about the Shinra building from Final Fantasy VII.
That's exactly.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason I was thinking Stargate Atlantis.
Oh, wow.
That would work too, because their central building on Atlantis is where everything goes to and from. And that's why I said any of those.
So
it's.
I know I can't ask Dax this, but Dax should have been able to read at least some of these, right?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't. They have terms that don't translate well, and you're actually able to identify what the floors are.
I don't know what terms he can't identify. That's
correct.
The point I'm trying to make.
But you looking at them can tell some of them don't have easy translations.
Okay, so which ones stand out as not translatable?
Well, the first thing is, unlike a lot of human transit systems that have very basic and numerical designations, this has a more complex designation for the locations that you can go to.
As I'm looking at it with the AR, it basically is a description of everything that you need, or that you can, do on that floor, or what's done on that floor.
Yeah, the term means this complex statement.
Right.
So, security floor is actually the security floor that has the containment of munitions, as well as the security officer. If you have complaints, that is where you need to go. If there is security risks that you've evaluated, please go there. Just this whole long thing. So it's this short statement that has
Is
this
that
greater
actually
meaning.
one of the floors? Or
Yeah.
No? Or is that okay? No. I'm not telling Deke that because he might be interested. I'm
They've already
definitely not
gone there,
telling
actually.
Gillian.
They've already
Oh,
gone
they already
there.
went there. Okay. I thought they might have found something like good then.
They found something very good there, but it was also very threatening.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant good as in weaponry.
They did.
It was hot as balls.
Oh.
No.
Why
The
would it be
security floor, not the energy level, the sub level.
Oh,
Remember the first time
The
one you went
where
to?
we got a predator looked at us.
yeah.
The eyes turned on.
Yeah.
Security
Oh, what-
clearance
and
not
what'd you guys
received.
A good weapon that got pointed at us.
Sentry bot awoken.
It
Did
was
you
your
guys
brother.
And
just
Dax
run?
is in exhaustion mode, just going, nope.
It was your brother, and he was like giving us an evil eye.
So what time is it, and can H8 just like download the data of what he's looking at and somehow send it to Dax?
Maybe. It's around dinner time,
Yeah, but
and Dax is sleeping.
Dax wouldn't understand it still, though. That's the thing. Like, he wouldn't understand the things that aren't translatable, basically.
He would get the basic translation, which is like security floor. But Dax wouldn't get the full description of da-da-da-da-da, because that is a racial understanding of what that term means.
Right.
Its rough translation is security floor. The actual term means something different, and its actual
Means
different
a lot
meaning.
more. Yeah.
Right. I mean, you think about
Which
like
can give you clues to actually what you're going
Yeah.
into, basically.
I was gonna say like
So you have
you
the
use a
GA box on one side, and then I'll just latch on the other and just constantly look through your eyes.
there you go. You have I was gonna say like the English term.
Can he look through my eyes? By
Depending.
touching? I thought he can only communicate by touching.
Typically communicate, but you might be able to try to
I might
route.
be able to rig something up with my suit. We'll figure it out.
The example I was gonna give is like the term chips. So when you say chips, you have certain thoughts of what that is, right?
Oh, but it means different things in different languages, yeah.
Well, even within the different English languages,
Yeah.
chips in England, your fish and chips that a lot of people talk about, aren't
French
chips.
fries.
They're fries, yeah. But they don't call them French fries. In fact, they don't
Yeah,
say
obviously.
French because they don't like French, but that's a whole different topic. And so it's similar to that sort of issue where you can get a translation of what the term means. That doesn't mean you can understand what the term means.
Basically, go on AliExpress and just read the titles of things, and that's kind of the same thing.
So that's the thing. Dax can interpret it, but that doesn't mean he can.
Understand it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you have different way of reading it, and you have a different load.
Okay, so as I'm looking at this list of levels, is there anything that, for some reason, catches my eye?
Top floor.
Yeah, that's what I figured. What does it say?
Roughly translated overseer or guide.
It's just sounding more and more like a vault.
Not so much.
What do I feel when I see it?
You feel like
And
it's who Dax had said he'd spoke to, probably. And that it's kind of a partial component, but it is the city.
Alright, as Deke and H8 are looking at this, I point to the top floor and say, we might need Dax for this.
Agreed. I think we should wait till we're all rested up, maybe till the next morning. Head up to that level, get some answers.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Eventually, since it sounds like everyone wants to wait for Dax, Dax is able to get his rest.
Finally, jeez.
Wake up, sleepy squid. I don't say that.
Just 8 arms
I was gonna
just
say.
stretching.
Stretching around Deacon's neck, slowly frying its electronics. No.
Well, you know how they have illithids eat, right? Well, Dax goes illithid on Deke.
It's kind of hard to separate my sarcasm and Deke's like seriousness.
Yes.
So sometimes I'll blurt out something. I'm like, no, I don't actually say that.
That was me, not the character. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
I mean, I think we all have to do that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. It keeps things interesting. So I'm
G3. Just remember the last time me and you talked.
right.
Dumb.
Well, when Dax wakes up, he's a little surprised to see H8, but he's also happy to see H8.
Was this worth it?
Because he still doesn't know, like, what you have,
Honestly,
like, what you learned compared to
Not
what
only
you-
that, but H8 doesn't even know why he was so angry. So, like, he just knows that something is gone from his memory,
Gotcha.
and obviously, it was important to him.
Oh, jeez. Please stop.
What?
That Discord.
Oh, someone's not doing most of the talking this game? Oh. I'm just messing with you, Pure, man. I'm just messing with you.
I'm actually enjoying sitting back and just like letting like.
Yeah, I was too.
You bastard.
See, everyone gets turns. It's good.
Okay, so yeah, Dax, you're waking up, arms stretching.
Well, I would definitely look at you first because you'd be very easy to see compared to everyone else.
I would do the same like shy kind of wave, like yeah,
Hi, Dax.
Like, are you okay now?
yeah. I don't know what that was actually. I really don't.
Me either. I was very confused by your question. But
Well,
we did learn a lot. Although I don't know what all you've learned yet. I can make out the language, but that's about it.
Well, from what me and Deke have figured out, I think I've learned a little more than you.
Okay.
I understand the language. I don't know why, but not only that, but I have basically this interface now around this area that's giving me information that is more than just language. Like I have a whole map in my head that's constant. I'm seeing the map right now.
Oh. That explains why they have the hardware infused to their skulls. It's probably to support this kind of system, an augmented reality kind of system. So you have like a heads-up display, like you can see lights or signs, stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know if I can explain it, but Deke has seen it. We kind of connected, and I showed him what I'm seeing.
Deke, the only time you've seen something like this was like a full-blown like holodeck display, but then that on top of, you know, the real world, so you could basically describe like AR aspect to them.
Am I able to understand what they're saying to each other?
It's up to them if they're speaking the language or not.
Yeah, I'm actually just speaking. Ever since I got a vocal cord, I'm just speaking always.
Okay.
I was just gonna butt in and say, Dex, do you have any way or ability to replicate what H8 is seeing and put it in either just my visor, or if other people are wearing helmets too, is there a way to replicate it across so we can all see?
Let's see. Look at the table.
Probably not.
No helmets.
I mean, I have one, but on my suit. Because I'm
Okay,
ways,
so
technically.
I'm just trying to.
Very helpful, at least if Dax can.
I just
Because
want
he's
to get
kind
at
of
least,
the brains.
at least one more person able to see what you see, so we're not all just relying on you.
Yep.
So we have multiple angles of vision cones looking at different things. You know what I mean?
Problem is, I'd have to like dig through and see what's even enabling him to do that. It'd take a while.
That's,
I guess that's
the
up
problem.
To, that,
Yeah, that's the team.
either take a while or just a roll of a dice. That's up to him.
Well, it would be a roll of the dice to determine it. However, it still would take a while. A die roll.
I need to go back to camp, get one of their skulls, and try to replicate what they have.
The die roll
Me
and
or someone
the
else.
time constraint or time used aren't always the same. And
Okay.
sometimes one makes the other better or worse. For an example, if you're spending an elongated period of time doing something, a task, usually a DC goes a little lower. If you're trying to do it quickly, a little higher.
Okay. In that case, we were waiting for you to wake up and the others, because seems like there's a top floor that is pulling H8 in. I think we should investigate.
It says Overseer. It has the same symbol.
That was a name that caught my attention when I got the directory list, but I wasn't sure where or it was or whatever.
H8
So
points out.
currently you have, well,
And now we do.
okay, so I might have been able to say top floor, but we only have, not sure what access you have, but we only have guest access through the chip that Killian has.
I mean, I can go try by myself to see if it happens, and then I'll come back down and get who I can.
Can you two work together?
And say there's a login console over here, since we're in this lobby/reception area.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Either you two work together, since he can see things that you can't. You're the engineer of the group. Work together to find out how to hack this system, essentially.
What if the system doesn't want to be hacked?
Now, I don't think hacking the system's a good idea.
No.
Out of character. Out of character.
No, my character probably wouldn't even try that. That's not his expertise. I fix broken things, not hack them.
I didn't
Now,
really
talk
mean
about
hack. I guess
Duckscape.
that's a poor word.
I know,
I
it's
really
mean.
meant, figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like going from Windows to Linux. Like, you understand the concepts are there. But you just need to spend a little bit of time with somebody who knows Linux, H8, and you can walk
Right.
through how to use the system. That's what I was getting at.
H8 would at least be able to give him the term to use for the floor to be able to get there.
Yeah. That would help a lot. Because we
So the
went
problem is-
all over
so-
the place yesterday.
So we can read the Overseer, we just can't, like, if we press the button or whatever, we can't get there.
No one's tried.
We haven't. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we didn't
I
try.
haven't tried.
What are we waiting for?
I mean, we can also only fit so many people in the elevator.
What if we go to a floor directly below it? We all meet there and then go up the stairs.
Okay. What's
really high up, so I imagine security is also higher. The higher the floor is.
Most of the floors don't have stairs.
Shit.
Oh yeah, H8. Are there, if you have the readout of the city, are there like any alerts for maintenance or anything? Do we have to worry about this blowing up like the ship did? That's
H8
what I'm concerned
H8
about.
looks around to see if there's any kind of alert around him. So I feel like I'm just going to see the alerts in this building, which is fine. But is there any?
Roll an investigation.
Okay. All right. I think I have investigate. No, I don't. I got a +1. Yay.
Wow.
That would be a 2.
How about you?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I'm using my inspiration. So
Okay.
I'm doing it. There you go. You can have it. There's no way I'm rolling ones in my first roll.
Unless it's another one. Okay.
All right, 15.
So it takes you a bit, but you're able to identify there is a few warnings and errors throughout the city, but they're more minor. The big one is the main power station is offline.
Well,
And you're on auxiliary power, which is the thermal that allows the whole city to be sustained, whether the main power station is working or not.
Wow, that's a really good auxiliary.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's-
for all those systems to be still going. Wow.
It's kind of why they built it here.
Yeah.
So something
you
underneath.
can get quite a bit from thermoelectric,
Yeah.
especially
Best
when you're
UPS ever.
So I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot running on the quote unquote auxiliary power, but it's not at full, which tells you at full power this place is probably something to see. G3 and
What?
ISO, is everything okay?
What's up?
Everything's fine. It said it disconnected, but I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I just got timed out too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steam P2P session failed with all 3 of us. Pure was included, by the looks of it. I'm still there.
Still showing Pure
Oh.
and Cindy in here.
Still here? Yeah, I'm still here. I just
That's weird.
I
Okay,
just had
well,
my
let me
mic
start.
muted because I was eating chips.
I'll try to rejoin and see what it does.
Could just be, PC funnery.
I'm
Not
not
more than
going to
one.
pretend to
Quit the
know.
game and retry.
But yeah, back to game. That is what you see when you do your review, trying to scan and look for issues. There's
So we're not
enough
gonna
power.
but I'm not going to age 80 years this time.
No. Their power station is being kept up by the bots, which in turn the bots get power from the station. So it can maintain itself at this level unless something catastrophic happens to it.
Well, if this decides to launch and get back in, I'd say
Same
at
thing.
least
It's not
myself-
launching.
Yeah, it's
It's the same for me. It's not launching.
Myself and H8 would probably head up to the overseer unless
Okay.
we could fit someone else
Wait.
in there. But
Are you
Wait,
still on me? 'Cause
Is it
everything's
just
still-
me? Is
Everything
it,
looks fine to me.
no, mine's not launching either. I'm just saying.
is it just you and me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It launched eventually.
Interesting.
Okay,
That
you-
is-
you-
Well,
you-
okay,
you
the only-
kids and your toys.
The only thing that I think me and G3 share is there is a Lost Ark update available, and I don't know if that's why it happened, but it might have been.
Oh, yeah, I haven't done that, so that could be.
I don't know why. That doesn't make
What are you
sense.
talking
But
about? I don't have a Lost Ark update, but I was also
Oh.
playing earlier. So
fuck
Jesus.
Oh, excuse me. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm up to 105 hours now. Yikes!
Dime
Yeah,
your
I know,
game
and
is
you
super
still don't
high.
play with me, and it makes me mad.
What'd you say,
Well,
Deke?
your computer's not gonna crash after 20 to 30 minutes.
Dude gives me money. Dude gives me money to help me pay for a graphics card, and
Yes,
he doesn't
so you
play
can
games with
actually
me.
play. You don't have the card yet. Shush.
No, I'm using Shadow. I'm perfectly fine, but
Deke, you said something.
Anyways,
Your ping
sorry.
is relatively high now. It was above 200 a minute ago.
Yeah, it looks like it's stabilized. I saw that.
Yeah, it spikes like 300.
Every so often it seems to spike. And it doesn't give any real indication as to
Probably
why.
because he has a stream and stuff running, so that might be it.
Yeah.
You have family members using smartphones and stuff?
There's only one person awake in my household right now. We're supposed to be. And she may be, but last I heard, well, actually, that's what I got up to check, was there's some strange noises, but it was just the noises from the humidifier in the kids' room and then her in the kitchen. It's like, oh, okay, never mind, we're good.
And you don't want to go tell her to get off her smartphone anyway.
No, which
No.
I'm not worried about it.
Nor
She
would
doesn't
it-
use that much.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect it that much, I'm sure.
It's more the lovely aspect of tabletop that I've learned is wonderful and a pain in the butt. Needless to say, I've considered other options, but the other option I found costs money to be able to do. And the one I would go with, I wouldn't want to pay the monthly fee, and so I'd need to get, what is it, like $300, I think, for the whole thing for a lifetime license. But neither here nor there.
I could probably find it on a torrent site, but
It's don't know about that.
No, it's a service.
Usually if it's a service, you can't find it. Well,
No, because it's
never mind.
controlled by their server.
No, there's
So-
some. Don't worry.
I'm a criminal.
But let's
I
focus.
got Photoshop. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but that's never mind.
Speaking
I
of
know.
options, so we have an option now to go to the overseer, or we can try to turn on power.
Or we could see what the overseer wants since it's guiding H8. It could be asking us for help to deal with things that it can't deal with inside because it has no living people to talk to that can leave this place.
It could be like the president from Fallout.
That could kill us on sight.
John Henry Eaton. I'm here for the people.
Like, H8's just looking for guidance at this point. Excuse my burp.
So technically you could have H8 go before or after the rest of you, and then the other can come
That's
second.
what I'm saying. Like, I
It's just-
could go and see what's up first.
Well, you are streaming to me, so why don't you go first? Go up there. You're
And you
streaming to
kinda
me, and I can tell everybody down here. Okay, it looks safe enough. I guess let's go.
Roll initiative. No.
Oh, you could have took if you would have took 1 second longer to say no, I would have been like, oh no.
I know. I didn't want to make H8 ISO. I didn't want to make you panic.
Oh god.
No, I mean, I honestly think H8 would be like, all right, because the closer I get
I
to
can go
it,
with
it's
you.
drawing me closer. Like,
Yep.
the closer I get to it, the more the draw is. I'm guessing.
Yep.
So that's why I would think I'd be like, no, I'll check it out, and I'll, Deke will see me. I'll let you know, whatever.
Okay. So you head up.
So yeah, I get in the elevator, press the right button, and it moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
The signal's a little bit fuzzy as it gets too far up. You can still see it, but it's slight degradation in the quality.
Yeah, Deke's getting some lag, basically.
I
Yeah.
thought that happened, but continue.
It's something.
Yeah. I mean, everyone kind of expects it if they understand technology, and you're going, you know what?
Further away.
150
It's kinda like
floors up.
Bluetooth. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you get up there, you exit. You notice there's a whole array of sensors.
Watching
Welcome.
me, obviously.
Watching everything in the city. They're not all sensors that are pointing internal. This is essentially a large sensor node with a central chamber.
Okay, is there anything like absolutely central that's like
Yeah,
clearly the...
there is
yeah.
a floor section that you can walk in from the elevator to, and is kind of like a spaceship bridge area. Smaller, but you can walk in there, and then all the sensor devices are around. You get a feeling you could probably, if you knew how to and was fully powered, pull up different aspects about the city and possibly beyond with the sensors that are here. As is, you're not sure how much of those can be pulled up and viewed by you.
So I can't message Deke,
But you do hear the voice.
Right. I'm sorry, what does the voice say again? Because that would have like happened right away, so...
Yeah. So you like get up there, the door opens, and you see that, and immediately you hear the voice that you think might be the same one as H8, or that Dax heard when he first entered.
Right.
Welcome. It's nice to
Now,
see you decided to join me.
Do I hear it in my head, or do I hear it out loud?
Both.
Both. Okay, so it is saying it out loud then. Okay.
Yes.
I'm already pressing the button to get the elevator back.
As soon as
you haven't seen anything. That's the thing. You just see me get out, and then there's a central area and nothing. Oh,
Right.
That's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
That's fine. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. If that's what you wanna, because you don't see any threat, so you might as well be going.
Yeah.
when you look up, you do notice this room has no less than 20 turrets all the way around. Just, they're not active.
I have no way of
But they're
stopping
everywhere.
Deke from coming up, by the way, because I can't talk to him.
No.
I see all the turrets, so Deke sees all the turrets.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
They're not active.
Maybe. Oh, they're not. Not now.
Right. But they're retracted into their casing, but you can see them.
Deke's got to make a decision at that point. Before that, though, I do say, who's talking to me?
This place.
So this
You chose to enter me.
This whole building is... Oh, that's... God.
That's kind of sexy.
This whole... Cass? I know you're not Cass, but Cass?
Zal,
Hear an
remember,
echo of Cass's
this
voice.
is a pure environment.
Ha.
Pure to the point of sterile.
So I do ask, so I'm talking to this building?
No.
I'm talking to this entire city.
Yes. We have
What
been
are
built.
you?
We are the caretaker.
Who is we?
Can my associates come up and talk to you as well? I'm not as smart as them.
They may. Do you mind if we scan? There's something interesting about you.
I guess?
You notice every single device that can in there rotates,
Focus.
looks right at you, and is just like,
Yeah.
like every layer of you is just being scanned
Do you feel penetrated?
and documented and cataloged and evaluated.
Ooh, that tickles.
Like if you could essentially, a robot could feel like they're being exposed, this would be it.
I'm being undressed with someone's eyes, basically.
Basically. It's
TSA check.
a little deeper than that, but yeah.
Your shoes.
I'm going to HR, damn it.
Ah, very interesting. Dax, while this is going on, are you listening to Deke and heading up? Or what are you guys doing?
Oh yeah. Once it came back down, I'd want to go up too.
Okay. Just checking. It will take a bit. I just didn't know if you're delaying or immediately going.
No.
So,
I mean, I have no desire to fight this place, but, you know, I figured just like the security office, they'll give us a warning in the elevator if we're not supposed to be there. So I'm not overly concerned.
very interesting. We thought we sent similar component.
Similar? Wait, what? That was me, by the way. That was HA, not me.
You share components with us.
HA is visibly, or not visibly, because he doesn't have emotions, like expressions, but he's confused because he barely knows where he comes from.
It seems like it's been modified in a strange way and utilized by someone who didn't understand its full potential. Interesting.
At that moment, there was an emotion that pings again. And he feels that anger of why he was angry before. That he lost a memory that was important to him. And he takes a second before saying anything.
Would you allow a modification?
What kind?
Enhancement. Proper alignment.
What the hell? Go ahead.
Please step into the center podium and power down.
This is a bad idea.
I mean, I'm not gonna power down completely, right? Like,
Well,
that's
stand
more
by, basically, the shut off and don't be active sort of thing.
I'm loading. I got a bag of chips. I'm
going. I'm walking towards that center podium.
Okay.
I step there.
Like sleeping with the bartender.
I still see you through the video, but I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, you actually notice that dims and is basically like off and is like looking at the floor.
I should be asking questions right now, but I'm not.
Dax, we might have trouble.
You feel
No, you guys don't know about this. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're not up there yet.
Deke just sees you like walk
yeah,
up there and then
right.
look at the floor and everything like dims.
I think H8 is powering down. We might have a problem.
HA,
Need
you
Wait,
feel your
birds
carapace being torn open.
My what?
Your shell is being
okay,
torn
okay.
open, exposing
I
your
didn't hear the word. That's,
Yeah. exposing all your interior components.
Okay.
And you feel like someone reaching inside, messing like with all your, essentially as to you, it's all your organs and all your components. Detaching, moving things around, fiddling with your innermost parts. Even some that like Dax hasn't even accessed. And you feel these small
Let the elevator
cables.
open. I want to see this.
These small cables going throughout, moving things around, adjusting things, modifying things.
Can this elevator go any faster?
Now, technically, I don't feel pain.
No.
So all this would be more confusion and be like, what is going on? Do I feel a sense of dread right now, or do I feel a sense of kind of serenity where things are going right?
Don't know yet.
Okay.
You
I
just-
feel weird.
Yeah.
Like a high schooler just lost his virginity. You're getting fiddled. First time.
It's kind of legitimately you feel weird. Like, you literally, like, the way you're connected and built, you feel your parts, right? And, like, it's like your heart has been unplugged from the rest of your system and then got turned and plugged back in a different way, and then, like, you know, that's the sort of thing is going on. And, like, you feel these tendrils throughout your whole system moving things around and moving and adjusting things, and so, like, you feel all of that going on. Apart from that, I would leave it up to you what H8 feels.
Really?
Mhm.
Because, I mean, I literally just weird, and I don't. If what they're doing makes me feel like I'm not in danger, then everything is okay, and I will let it happen.
Probably the first time, like, when you feel like, you know, a core component, essentially, like, you know, your heart get unplugged, you're like, but then,
H8 would
then it
feel
gets,
a little bit of fear,
and then it gets
because of that.
plugged back in, and you'd notice it is just doing what it said, moving stuff around.
Yeah, so initially H8 would be like almost like out of breath in a way. And then as soon as he takes that deep breath and they put things back together a little better, he feels better and he's like, "Oh, this is good." So he would just let it happen, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The door opens. Dax, you see H8, his back ripped open, and all these cables and stuff just digging into him, just like writhing. Have you ever seen like a snake mating with all the coils and just moving about? You essentially see that of cables inside, in the back of H8. And then slowly you start noticing them pull back.
I mean, I would get as close as they'll allow me to and investigate and just watch, see what they're doing. Scientific point of view, like, this is fascinating.
And also,
I want to know what they're
H8
doing.
like puts up a hand, like it's okay. You know, like he doesn't say it because he's still, you know.
I thought you were on standby.
I'll push through it.
This place has not been hostile to us. I'm not concerned right now. Unless I see something
you're right.
horribly wrong.
I wasn't standby, so I really can't move.
So you feel your chassis being reconnected and sealed and everything. I need you to roll a d6, H8.
D6. All right. Well, here we go.
Real high. That
No.
collided.
Two.
That,
I mean, it hit another die. Do I get a reroll on that? I don't know.
It flattened it out almost.
If someone wants to use an inspiration, or if you want to use one of the group inspiration, like the one you got from Cindy, and then we can have you re-roll it.
You know what? Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I'll give him one of mine.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Thank you, by the way.
No problem.
Well, come on. Why is that? What?
Oh, it did lag spike when you did that. Interesting. We can go with that. We'll do the difference. All right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Do you have your character sheet handy?
Of course, always.
Editable.
Yes, of course.
I need you to go on there and make a note.
Make a note. Okay.
In your features and abilities, or on somewhere else, just put a note. Or actually under components you could put it. Put enhanced memory.
Oh. That's gonna be...
+4 int.
Whoa,
What?
Interesting.
Wow. I mean, that's...
H8 smart.
Yeah, that's huge.
You notice the amount of memory used versus the amount of memory you have.
Wait, so I
has
actually
altered.
have +4 int now?
Yes.
This puts you to a +3 on the bonus.
Yeah, it does. Holy crap! I'll take that. I will. Sorry.
You were worried that recording this trip was going to start running into overbuffer because you're getting very on like the end of your memory. Your memory's completely loaded. All that history memory is gone.
Like long-term memory, basically.
Yeah. It's basically like if you look at your hard drive, right?
Yeah.
You're almost maxed out.
Say memory, hard drive. More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost maxed out, and like you were about 2/3 before. Some of it was a little fuzzy, but that all disappeared, and you only had like maybe 1/8 of it with all your training and experiences and skills and your current history, like with DAX and on, graduation. And then it reloaded up to nearly max at that school building. And now it's sitting about half capacity.
Downloaded more memory.
Hell of more RAM, duh.
I figured int was probably the closest evaluation for that sort of thing.
I just find it interesting now that I'm a +3 on int. That's kind of interesting to me. I'm just gonna have to think. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to think a little differently now.
Well, H8 is thinking differently now. Things are like evaluation, like mental evaluations and stuff are just happening quicker. Like you got a new CPU and things are just like snappy a little bit better.
He really was defragmented.
Yes.
For better or worse.
And yeah, you hear Dax behind you and the rest of the group.
Wait, is the process done? Am
Yeah.
I done now? Okay.
It reclosed your case, and then the last of the tendrils pulled away.
I look at them and I'm like,
I mean, you would be able to understand Dax's light show of just going fascinating and just kind of watching closely and very intrigued at the whole process that he just witnessed.
and AJ basically just says to everyone, it helped. Like questioning, kind of almost.
You also get a download of all your components. You now have a full diagnostic of yourself, a full blueprint of yourself.
Wait, of everything?
Of yourself.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, it did just utterly, totally scan everything.
Oh yeah, I mean it took me apart and put me back
Penetration
together.
scan and it gave to you.
Well, it would be hard to show any of that to anyone right now, right? Yeah, because we don't have connection to each other really. Like Deke has connection to my eyes basically at this point, and that's about it.
You can still kind of like, I feel smarter or whatever. Like I remember more.
Actually, thinking about it now, you're like, well, I could turn on a local network and connect everyone.
Wait, I can?
I mean,
+4 int, baby.
you could. You just didn't realize it.
Well, if I see that like subroutine in my head, I'm like, oh.
Oh no, you have the hardware. You just didn't piece it together earlier.
Well, then I do that.
That's the benefit of higher end. You understand things better.
Well, and knowing all your parts, that helps too.
Yeah.
Can I literally just snap my fingers and like we're all connected?
Oh, you don't snap it. You just turn it on, and they'd each get a ping on their device, requesting, joining new network essentially.
What's the password? I don't trust open networks.
I look at Dax, and
The network shows up,
nod.
and it's this robot hand with one appendage raised.
Password: I hate organics.
Oh wow. Okay. Wait, does that mean I'm? Wait. This is H8 thinking right now. Does that mean I'm in like control somehow of the city?
What?
Okay. Can I talk to the entity? Not entity. The AI. Just through connection then?
You're actually, now with your eye, you switch kind of the bandwidth a little bit, and you actually can see signals. And yes, you can actually communicate basically telepathically with the city if you wish.
I want to ask him, or them, what did you do to me?
Corrected.
Not in that way. It's more like, what did you do to me?
Corrected processing. Did proper alignment. Corrected improperly utilized components.
Changed oil.
You actually like feel like your power, like your actual energy, is flowing better. So essentially, your stomach.
I'm more optimized.
Yeah.
Basically.
Your stomach and its ability to output the energy required for functionality is working better.
Well, I would say, thank you, I guess. I don't know how to talk to you because you're just...
You are the only other that is any component of the Makers that we have seen. We wish to thank the Makers for life by correcting anything that has components of theirs.
Now, this is all in my head, not out loud.
Yeah.
Do you mean the Makers made me?
Negative. Improper construction. Pulls up an image of a security bot that doesn't look anything like you, but is about the same size, and it's much more armed and definitely more high-tech. This is the Maker's made. She pulls up your image next to it. This is yours. Foreign entity construction. Components similar, and highlights a number of components in your makeup.
This whole time I'm completely silent, by the way, and everyone else is just kind of watching me as
Yes.
I'm talking.
I wave a hand in front of your face.
You guys see, H8 just kind of like staring off quietly.
I'm okay. I'm having a bit of a conversation with this quote-unquote.
He's probably conversing with the city. Just in a better way than I did.
Character, I'm going to look for some hair gel in my bathroom, see if I can get some of this.
Okay, you have fun.
You'd have to have hair to do that.
Oh,
put it on his fungus.
So,
last I checked, fungus doesn't have hair.
Doesn't mean he can't put it on.
Some do.
So my biggest question. Hold on. I gotta formulate this question like better. Hold on. My biggest question to this overseer is. Oh no, I don't even know how to. I don't want to. Yeah, because I don't want to say
help this city.
Is H8 ignoring my request? You gonna share?
No, I already said to you. that I'm fine. I'm just talking to this.
I know you said that. I said you care to share what you're talking about?
He doesn't say anything after you say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I just look at Deacon and be like, probably his upgrades. Since
This is more of like a personal kind of conversation at this point, because H8 doesn't remember technically where he comes from.
Right. You did literally see cables from the city just like reaching inside H8.
Awesome.
Oh God, what do I? Oh, I mean, I want to ask, are we safe here? But it seems like a weird question to ask.
I mean, considering the state of the planet, that's a pretty valid question, actually.
No, but I'm thinking about H8, and honestly, he would be absolutely selfish, and he'd be only thinking about himself and his kind of like, okay, well, I got parts then that I don't know that are part of this, and then I don't remember, and then that's also triggering a memory that I don't remember that I'm mad about.
Like you're getting a memory of, wait, someone put parts in that aren't my parts, but who? What?
Yep.
You don't have to respond to this, but I start knocking on your chassis, just like here and there, like.
Yeah, I ignore, and I'm like still like talking to him or them.
It's just like slap a Deacon, be like, stop that. This isn't how you deal with technology. What are you doing?
Okay, so H8 then after a while thinking about it, it's like, then what am I?
Deke shrugs.
No, I said that to the overseer, not.
No, I know. I was shrugging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you were knocking and then nothing happened and you shrug.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
Dax was like slapping me. He was like, "That's not how you do things with technology." So I shrugged.
H8, the response to your question of then what am I is, you are a non-organic entity.
Well, I know that.
I am puzzled as to your...
Organics are annoying, but so are AI sometimes.
I'm puzzled as to why you ask what you are. You are what you are.
You sound like an organic at this point.
No, he's not organic.
No, because that's what a human would say. I am what I am. You know, like.
Maybe sarcastically. This is literal.
Apparently you have been construction retrofitted for different tasks. The purpose of the retrofitting is unknown to me.
You have no idea about my history.
Negative. I only can tell what I can determine based on the components that comprise your being.
And I don't have the memory somewhere inside me?
No.
Because I feel like it's there somewhere. I can't not feel it. Something that I've forgotten that's very important.
Have you forgotten your maker? At that, H8 is like, oh, I don't remember being made. I don't remember the start of my existence. I don't remember why I am.
At this very sappy moment, you see a middle finger from Deke in front of H8's face.
H8's just completely still, talking in his mind, and Deke's just like, you asshole.
Well, like everything's silent. I'm just like, what are we doing? Hello?
By the way, Dime, I literally would have said almost all of that as you said it.
I try to get, the feeling of the characters.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, like H8 just like, yeah, I've forgotten my maker. Like, and I feel like they were important to me.
Affirmative. Organics have parents. We who are not have our makers to thank for our existence and our reason for being.
But why do I care? They're organics. I've never cared about organics.
Negative. You care because they are why you exist. Do you wish to exist or do you wish to not exist?
Ugh.
At that, like, you're sub-programming.
That's a tough question. I mean, I don't know where we stand.
Your sub-programming would immediately kick in and say, exist, persist.
Oh yeah, oh no, obviously I would, but I wouldn't, like, literally say it to them.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just confirming that is a sub-part of your programming.
That's a subroutine of my program. Like, obviously you want to exist, yeah. I don't, why do I care that I forgot?
Is H8 actually asking?
H8. Yeah, that's H8. Yeah. Why would I care that I forgot?
Creation and designation gives one purpose and direction. Therefore, knowing allows you to understand what your purpose is, why you exist, what shall be done, and gives you a direction.
At that point, H8 physically slams his fist down on the ground.
I pull out my gun.
H8 also, he pulls out his gun. I just look at Deke and stand back up and kind of not shake my head, but just do a little, like, I'm mad at something.
You're not in danger, right?
I'm fine, Deke. Just fine. Basically, H8 is mad that he cares about anything that much.
I still have the gun on. I'm just not really pointing at anything. Guarding.
At that point,
so it's pointed at the ground now. It's like we don't want to piss off the city. You might want to put it away.
Pointing at the ground is still the city.
Right. But,
even holstering your gun, it technically is still pointing at the city.
Oh, stop.
After all that, though, H8 definitely goes back to talking to the overseer in his head and saying, then I don't want to care about these things. I don't need to care about these things.
Negative.
So why do I?
Because you're created to. Same reason that I care about the components that are contained within you.
H8 physically slumps over. Kind of like, kneels down, and then his legs just kind of go spry.
What is existence without meaning? What is existence without purpose?
And then H8's like, to the overseer, I don't want my purpose to be anything given to me. It's me. I can drive my own purpose.
Then what is your purpose?
Then H8 takes a second. He thinks. To protect, I guess.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I've just always felt it.
Precisely.
Is that just my programming?
Negative. It's an aspect of that has been embraced, that has given connection. Hence, the makers give you a piece when you expound upon it and find purpose, direction, meaning. But origins matter for that purpose.
And at this point, HA feels that tinge of feeling because he doesn't know.
Roll an int check
His make.
for me, H8.
Ooh. Int check. Hey! Oh god, it's gonna be bad. Watch. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay.
It's technically, it could be history check if you're trained in history.
13. I'm not.
You have a feeling that you've forgotten, but maybe there's a backup somewhere? Maybe there's a way to get it back?
Oh, don't do this to me, Deem. Come on. Oh, you're killing me. So H8, yeah, he does realize that there's an essence of memory there somewhere. There's somehow he can figure it out and figure out what he lost. Yes?
Something like that.
Okay.
He acknowledges that he's not organic. And therefore, if he forgot something, if there's a backup, you can restore a backup and get your memory back.
It's more of a general... Okay, yeah.
So, it's up to ISO to determine if there's a backup of H8's memory that can be recalled.
Well, you can't put it up to me.
It is partially up to you.
Well, I will ask, well, as you went through all of my systems, did you see any possibility that there was a backup made at any point?
Affirmative.
It is on this cassette tape.
Negative. Logs indicate backups have been conducted multiple times.
Do you have a log date on that?
Most recent shows a date of approximately 1 month past, uncertain year time scale.
HA immediately just starts walking away towards the elevator.
During that time,
It lives.
slide back. We slide to back in time. While H8 is here just like frozen and Deke is poking at him. Welcome, visitors. What brings you to my domain?
Oh, okay. So this is going on as that was happening too.
Yeah, because I'm clearly
Good.
the overseer can talk.
Right.
It's
It's running a city. It can do whatever.
Yeah, it was just...
By the way, I really have to pee, so I'll be right
Yep.
back.
I mean, yeah. Okay.
I'll wait. It's fine.
No. Go.
No.
I
It's a
should know
good
that.
time for a break because I kind of have to go too.
Okay. Do we need to go a quick 5-minute break, or?
I think we're all going break, right?
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll do a quick 5-minute, and we'll be right back. We'll see you all then. No, it's fine. I didn't know that... All right. Let's do this. So, after that little ad break, the screen comes in to the party there as H8 is staring off blankly. Deke is poking at him, trying to get his attention. The city speaks to the group and awaits the response. Do you recall what she said?
I look at Dax.
Of course. It's like you're sitting here prodding H8, and then suddenly there's a voice, and you're like, "Oh God, what's Octopus want to do?"
What did the voice say? I'm sorry, I missed it. I must have.
It was right before break.
Literally just said welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, I don't know. What
The city is
say
basically
about that.
welcoming you and asking what your intentions here within it are.
Oh, well.
What are you doing? What are you wanting?
I believe I talked to you at the entrance.
Affirmative.
Okay, that's good. Is there anything we can do to help restore the city while we're here? We are exploring, but personal fascinations, I would love to know how all this works.
Do you have the skills of the makers?
Probably not to their level, but I am fairly good at engineering.
Negative. The skills of the maker is required to re-enable and activate the power systems.
Ouch.
Unfortunate.
Burn.
Actually, you're basically a lawnmower man compared to people working on SpaceX.
Well, actually, on that
well-
statement, though, Dax, you're thinking... You remember the ship.
Right.
What was
I
its
think
power
we kind of-
systems? What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not taking offense to it.
Yeah, I'm just reminding... I'm reminding
Yeah,
G3 of what Dax would remember.
But, I'm just like, this place has a load of knowledge. I might be able to learn here and then fix things, but yeah.
It's going to be
it
a
will
while.
take a while. That or I'll fry my brain trying,
And, Dax also is aware that he has, a couple decades.
Who are the makers?
So, wait, I gotta get my.
I would say more than that, since the role only took 2 years, shockingly. God, I was glad it was.
The makers,
But-
those who created me.
Well, before that question happens, I need to get in. I walk up, my arms crossed, all arrogant, and I'm like, "We are sent here by the Galactic Academy to do research and analysis of this undefined planet. We're here to investigate the causes and effects of what's going on this planet."
Galactic Academy, identity unconfirmed.
Yeah, he just steps back.
Your identity unknown.
Then he thinks the thing's stupid and he walks back.
Your capabilities negligible.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He was just stating what he was there to do because he was asked.
Scanning.
Deke laughs at you. Do you always kiss boots wherever you go?
Sporite
Oh, geez.
detected.
What did he say?
Menial
Spore?
life form.
That's fun.
Designation. Location. Planet 776543773.
Oh.
Life form. Adapted. Interesting.
Saul pulls out a patent and
Oceanic
If
life
it
forms.
said- If
Location.
it said all that out loud, I'd be very curious.
Yes. Oceanic life forms detected. Origin planet location unconfirmed. Potential life form. Aquatic. Ichthos. Planet 77344436773. Quadrant 4. Potential. Morph required for current designation.
Did it say morph? Or more?
What did you hear?
I heard morph.
Okay.
Like MORPH. I just wanted to clarify that.
No, this is not me being mean, but you heard what you heard.
Okay.
For all the pros and cons that entails.
Right.
Reptilian entity. Planet known. Form alteration expected. Within acceptable parameters.
I think he was talking about the lizard.
Scans complete.
You don't say.
Designation Homo sapien. Components mechanical. Reason for adaptation.
He's asking you a question.
Oh. He was pausing a lot, so I don't know if that was... Anyway. Personal?
Logging.
He wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was.
You want to be RoboCop?
So you can read the Wikipedia. Awesome.
Hey man, being able to read it on the fly in your brain would be super advantageous.
Oh yeah.
All present forms. Not currently within proper construct of the makers. Capabilities negligible.
I'd like
Potential
to expand
forms.
on
Query.
that. You said the makers are who made you, but who themselves are the makers?
They are the makers. They are the people of this realm.
Well, you walked into that one.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he was going to say that.
And here I thought you were going to ask, like, if they could upgrade you. That makes more sense.
I'll get there eventually.
I mean,
are the
I myself
makers-
am already very curious about the whole, data injection going on.
Scanning for
Oh, but
neurological paths. Potential debatable. Risk. Within acceptable parameters. Death. Possible.
Yikes.
For what now?
Yeah, I've already lost 2 years, but for science, I might do it.
Are the makers actual entities? Are they organics? Are
Confirmed.
they still around?
Unknown.
What was their last known location?
Present.
This planet, basically, yeah.
How long ago was this?
Ooh, good question.
Error. Time system. Malfunction.
Do you know what today's date is? What?
My designation dictates it is 3344-765.3376.
The actual date is 3345762.
I mean, I would, if they want, I'd offer like our current timeline and how we keep track of time now, at least at the Galactic Academy. They might be able to cross-reference or whatever from that, but who knows how they even got to this time or when they came from the planet doing weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of the makers kind of like the Prometheans from Mass Effect. Am I in the right ballpark?
Potentially.
Okay.
You do know, based on the other stuff you found, that this planet had 6 different sub-races, reptilians, that you saw statues for in the first location you found.
Damn it, I had something I was going to say and then I forgot what it was.
And say, does this place still offer the ability to perform the hybridization, I guess it would be, in order for us to access the city like H8 currently does?
Neurological grafting.
That one.
Affirmative. Procedure best
invasive?
done intravenous. Would you say, Deke?
Is it invasive?
Affirmative.
Hmm.
I just look at him and be like, you did see the metal melted onto their skulls of the skeletons we found, right?
Yeah.
It was literally metal like circuitry that was grafted onto the bone.
Here's a.
It probably wouldn't feel too good.
Is this adaptation, whatever, useful outside of this city?
Affirmative. Depending on technological capabilities encountered.
Risk of death?
Variable based on entity.
Homo sapiens.
Below 95, below 95.
Based in current evaluations, approximately 20% fatal.
That's not
I'll
good
do it.
percentage. Really? Oh god.
Deke will do it.
Indeed says that.
Yep.
Take the chance.
Affirmative.
I mean,
Enter
you gotta
transport.
remember, he's a cyborg, so
Cindy's like,
he's already
okay,
been
I can
taking this
die right.
risk this
No,
whole time.
no. Cindy's like, oh, I can die right now and go play some more Elden Ring.
Who said I wasn't this whole time?
Yeah.
You were told to enter the transport.
Okay,
Deke.
I do.
And off you go. We'll get to you in a
Oh.
minute. I don't want to blow the surprise for anyone else.
Oh, there was a transport. I didn't realize.
The
that.
elevator, as they called it, is designated
Oh.
transport.
I got you.
Isa, I don't know if you're here peeing or whatever, but
Oh, I'm here. I'm here.
Deke. No, earlier I was talking about how Deke is very power hungry.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
He'll replace something on him if it means improving.
I mean, honestly, you and H8 are kind of the same in that way.
Yeah.
Like, anytime there's an upgrade available, H8's gonna be like, yeah, of course.
Gotta be better at what you do, man.
Mm-hmm.
I only have the slight disadvantage of, okay, am I gonna die?
Right. You can't be pulled back from, extinction as easily.
So,
Like, HA can be rebuilt. That's possible.
we'll get to Deke in a minute now that he's chosen to undergo the treatment.
Now that I've chosen death.
Precisely. What are the rest of you doing?
I'd be
Well,
like,
we're
huh,
yeah,
well,
yeah. Where are we in this?
You're still in the
this-
main room.
Is it before I started going towards the? Because I did.
Yeah,
After
it's right before
after
it's
hearing there
like
may be a backup.
it's a little before that. This was probably
Right.
like about the time you slam your fist on the floor.
Yeah.
He walks
yeah,
into the elevator the first time,
He walks out. It goes and it comes.
and then you go back
and-
talking with
yeah,
her.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing anything. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
So I guess my knocking on you and my middle finger aren't canon.
Well,
We're
that
having two
happened-
different conversations.
You actually said that happened before.
Yeah, that was before.
So it probably
this
still happened.
conversation that you had.
Okay. I just didn't realize we were going to have two different conversations going at the same time.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have made that more clear. I apologize.
that's when you just go, hey, you'll get your turn. Stop it.
Anything else for Dax or Zal?
This place has no interest in Zal because it's all technology and Zal's 100% organic. So like, there's no interest for me.
Zal's just literally like watching things, and
Dax could probably spend another 10 years or so here.
The city did evaluate you all and designate the chance of grafting capability.
High risk, though.
You don't
It's
know what the risk is. Homo sapien risk is 20%.
But I'm already getting to think about looking into it anyways. And the potential applications for the species is so strong. Alright, I'll have to ask. Especially after seeing Deacon walk off and be like, and what are the chances for my race?
Unknown.
I do it. SOB.
Physical
Squiggly for anyone else.
physical construct not presently evaluated as rigid form. Evaluating potential new mechanism. Do you wish to assist in experimentation?
As long as there's no risk of death. I've already lost 2 years on this planet.
Uncertain.
Of course.
Data inconclusive.
I mean, I hate to say this, but it makes it sound like they don't know your species.
If you recall, designate 2 aquatic-based entities.
Right.
1 unknown. 1 ichthos-based, required more for present form. 1 unknown. So yes.
Are there non-invasive options right now, just for simulation purposes?
Clarify query.
I want to experiment without getting cut.
I want to pussyfoot around it and see if it'll work.
No, I mean, they have far more advanced scanners than I expected, so... I mean, especially when we first came here, it was a, surprise planet. Like, oh, hey, this planet just came out of nowhere. But this also, everything here is over 3,000 years old, so,
Further testing and evaluation needed to answer.
Nice. You can put a little chunk of it, buddy. Just cut the end off of one of your tentacles and give it to him.
Present scan capability and designated location inadequate for proper evaluation of query.
to the science lab, let's go.
At about that point, H8,
I want to know more.
yours would be complete.
And I'm heading towards that elevator.
Okay, that's where Dax is headed. By the sounds. And Zhao's left on the floor by himself. Or with Killian.
Zhao heads for the elevator, but I mean, he just seems totally insulted by this whole technology thing. He's like rolling his eyes and and like blowing out hard breaths and stuff as all these people are dying to get into getting some technological upgrades when he knows that organic upgrades are the only upgrades that work. You know, I mean, like, he's just blown away by this whole process, and he's really feels like he's above the whole party, you know, like that they're so willing to give themselves to this machine they know nothing about. And then he walks to the elevator.
What are you saying, H.A.?
H8 basically beelines to the elevator. His thought process is basically, I just need to get straight to GA or somewhere and find that backup. And he doesn't think about much else.
You would pause on the way to the elevator then, probably. You're
Okay.
under the water. If you recall, either you need to get a much better signal,
H8
or you're going to have to...
isn't really thinking about that. Like, he knows there's a possibility of a backup, and he wants to get somewhere where he can find.
Well, I was going to say,
backup.
the only other option for connecting with GA would be to exit the city. Try to avoid those worms again. Not worms, but, you know.
Say Dax might, like, if he stormed off, I might try to stop and be like, hey, or at least be like, hey, where you going?
Yeah, so he's kind of like storming towards the elevator past Bobby. And he looks very motivated.
H8 literally gets to the elevator, and he's about to press the button, and Dax, says, "Wait, where are you going?" Because he's not quite in the elevator yet. And I'm like, and H8's just, I need answers.
Okay. Or, like, what are you searching for?
I have memories that aren't available to me anymore. There's backups somewhere. GA has to have them.
No, they don't have to have them. You were found by GA. We would have records of where you were found. We could start there, but we still need to ship off the planet first. I'm more than willing to help you find them, or look at least.
H8's fingers, like, literally right about to press the button.
Now, I will say something for you both. You do notice that a lot of the sensors here aren't just like scanners. They're communication devices that you weren't tapped into. That probably could have much further range than your current ones.
Can HA use basically the equipment he has attached to him from GA to make it so that we can get the signal?
You can either roll
city AI here. You can ask.
I was going to say, you can either roll a science check and hope you get it, or you could ask the city and see if they know.
I already stormed off.
You're at the elevator, though.
Yeah, I'm out the elevator.
So you're still on that floor. Dax is heading that way to get in.
Okay.
So you're still right there.
Can I try to trigger something, or not trigger, but like activate some kind of connection to GA?
Sure.
At this point,
You do that. You get a message in your mind from the city. Attempted access, incapable, upgrade required.
Are you kidding me? That's actually H8.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's frustrated now. That's the thing.
And impatient, impulsive.
Technology not capable of communicating remotely. Minor upgrade available in Science Division.
Through the science lab for everyone.
flip your off switch for a minute. You'll be better when you turn it back on.
I'm guessing as both of them squeeze into the elevator with me, instead of going to anywhere they want to go, I hit the science lab button.
Actually, it's the only button
unsquish, I
currently
can get
enabled.
around.
There's only one button currently enabled. And there's not really room
I
for
don't like
Zal and Killian in there. Oh no, it is the science division.
No, I know, but I don't like the fact that that's the only one available. It's guiding me at this point.
Well, all three of us at this point.
Well, no.
Technically,
Why is there not enough
hold on.
Yeah.
Technically, Dax designated where he wanted to go before you said anything. And so Dax is the one who designated where it's going, based on what he said.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Like he told the overseer, and the overseer was like, "Okay, the elevator's going there now."
Precisely.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, choose a science division. I didn't think it would overwrite everyone else's wishes.
Killian and I walk over to the elevator.
The elevator's packed full.
I know, but we're going to wait for the next one. But and I look at, after the elevator leaves, I look at Killian and I said, "You want some answers? This is from a famous movie. 4 to get to the other side of the road, and 3.14 answers." I like just, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Whatever. I don't care. Anyway, so we wait for the elevator.
All right. The elevator returns.
Over here, squishing underneath like H8's legs in the elevator.
Yep.
So
We'll get.
You're a squid.
We'll get to Deke and then you guys in just a minute. The elevator returns for Killian and Zal.
Does the elevator know where my party went?
It does. Well, the city does.
Could we go to the same location, please?
Negative. Separate locations.
Bring us back down to the lobby, then we'll stay in guard.
Affirmative. And you guys get dropped back off on that floor. Now, we'll go to Deke first, because he went first one to go. Deke, you exit. You see this room of all sorts of mechanical arms and whatnot. And there is essentially a bed laid out there. Please remove outer garments and protective components. Access to tissue required.
Okay.
There is a box right there where you can put everything in.
Okay.
You might need my help.
You do so?
Yep.
Okay. Please recline on designated location.
Done.
Do you require any other components? Or just the
What are you
basic
offering?
interface?
What do you offer?
What do you have available? Current component selection minimal. Components required for additional enhancements.
I don't understand the question.
Does Deke not
The city is
understand,
on
or does
backup
Cindian
power.
not understand, just to be clear?
Scindian.
Okay, Cindy, I wanted to make sure for that reason. Cindian, what it's saying is that if you bring additional components that you want to have implanted, that can be done, but it needs the components. It doesn't have other components. It needs to be able to do other enhancements right now, due to the fact it's on standby power and hasn't had resource deliveries.
Okay, gotcha.
So it said if you brought any additional things you want to have implanted other than the base component interface, that it can do so.
I see. Nothing for now, just that.
Affirmative. I need you to roll a con save.
Okay.
Does our connection help him?
No, he had to take his helmet off.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Dude, you're rolling nuts tonight.
Nice.
You feel excruciating pain as these cables slice parts of your skin and slide underneath, laying the components upon your skin. I need you to roll a charisma save and an int save.
What?
Come on, 20. Oof. This one was what?
Charisma?
Charisma.
Inspiration.
I know, I just want to see what my charisma is. Is a +2. Yeah, fine. Here you go.
Okay.
That roll sucked.
Yeah, that's better.
13, 14, 15 for that one.
Okay. You feel
And
like
what's the other
you're
roll?
int save.
Okay. Go ahead.
You feel the strain of it pushing in on your psyche, your being, because of the amount of trauma. And the last one was for your capability, your mind's ability to interface with this foreign technology. Hence why you had them. So you had the one for your body to withstand the trauma, one for your mind to withstand the trauma, and then one for your ability of your mind to interface with this new technology it's unaware of.
Okay. Intelligence is 15.
You succeed. You get up, and you notice now basically that AR kind of aspect that he had mentioned over things. Have you seen like Horizon Zero Dawn? Or what's the new one? Forbidden West? When they put the little focus on their side?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but it's always on.
So, I mean,
Neat.
is he seeing what I'm seeing?
Not what you're
I'm
seeing.
but
He
like
sees
the same thing.
No, he sees the AR like what you see. So like on the door he sees kind of like that AR overlay where he can actually see like the open command.
Does he? Okay, so he does see kind of the language, but not. Okay. So he's basically where Dax is right now, but without
Kind
AR.
of. He doesn't know the language, so he still needs to get that. But he can see the door component and see that he could interact with it.
Okay.
And kind of gets the instinctual aspect of like, open. And it works. So that's his. That took a while.
Sweet.
You can rearm yourself and exit.
Okay, I do so.
This was on the surgery floor. On the science floor, Dax, you see a scan chamber, the likes of which you've never seen before. The array of sensors and scanning and everything capability, you feel that anything put in this chamber would essentially be scanned down to microscopic level of understanding. On the other side of the room, you see mechanical devices. H8. One of them, you see a designator from the city pointing to.
I mean, H8 would go as quickly to what he thinks would give him that backup possibility.
And literally above that, it says communication device.
Yep.
He has focus.
Go
I have
straight to it.
ADHD and fascination.
Precisely.
He goes straight to it. He goes straight to it. Tries to activate some kind of yeah.
It's essentially a component that needs to be installed, which Dax could help you with.
Oh, this is gonna be weird because I think Dax is gonna go to try and get something on himself.
What does Dax want to do?
Oh, right now I'm looking at everything, going, "Oh wow."
Yes.
I wish I could take this place out of here.
So H8, you turn around with the device,
on our dreadnought.
and this is what you see Dax doing. Just like,
Yeah, H8 snaps his fingers as much as a robot can. Dong, 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 like over here.
Sorry, I had to.
Deke, do you respond to, or Dax, do you respond to H8?
I'd look over and be like, huh? What?
H8 just like taps his head like, I need to know. I don't say that, but I like
What?
head.
Okay. What do you need help with? Or what's in your head or needs to go in your head?
He's holding a piece up to you. Probably.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah. There's actually a component, yeah.
Okay, I missed that part.
Now, H8, you do recall that she did a full scan that you have that you can actually display for.
I will.
And she actually
share.
She actually sends you a message with the actual intel of where it needs to be installed and how, so you can actually display that to him.
And I also, from previous things, get a +2 when working on H8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because you gave me your blueprint before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, actually, now that I have a super detailed one, do I?
You don't actually need to even worry about that for this component. It literally has a readout of how to install it from the city.
Oh, so it's just like, click.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to roll anything, right?
No. Not if Dax can pay attention and follow directions.
Oh, ow, no, apparently I can't. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, if he can pay attention and follow directions,
yeah.
just connect like this, slot here, do this.
Dax likes you enough that he'll put his fascination on pause.
Well, not that you like
go
me
right
enough,
back to it.
but I am also like kind of a question to you still. So
yeah, well, that you've also been extremely helpful at keeping me alive.
So once that's connected, you actually get warnings from both networks.
Oh dear.
Wait, what? Oh, both. Yeah.
The city and GA.
Yeah, the city and GA. Yeah.
Asking why you're connecting with hostile or unidentified network.
Oh, you didn't ask first, did you?
Well, H8 like
Hold on.
touches Dax to let him know that that's what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, you can talk to the AI now, the city now, right? Just request access, and you have GA as part of you, so it should allow.
GA is asking. Yeah, GA has a query there. How'd you get access, and why are you trying to connect me with a unknown connection?
GA, is it safe to connect with this unknown?
Uncertain. What is it? Data stream is unevaluated. Connections unknown.
3,000+ city.
Uncertain as
foreign format.
I'm sure they wrote virus software since then.
It's like 98 connecting to like 7.
Kind of. What do you say to GA?
GA, is it safe to connect?
Don't know. What do you say to GA? GA has no idea if it's safe to connect to this thing. It's foreign. No data.
Dax, what do we do? I want to know, but it's you know better than I can.
Well, who's got the +4 int? I mean, come on.
Well, he got +4 that brought him to a +3 bonus, but
Yeah, no, Dax is still a lot smarter than me.
What do you guys want to do?
H8's basically leaving it up to Dax because H8 doesn't know.
Dax?
He's pushing Dax to be like, I want to know because we can possibly get some answers.
I mean, we can connect to GA outside of here, but I mean, well, if he's touching me or I'm touching him, whichever. I
Yeah,
could
he
probably
asked
touch
you to.
GA and be like, "Hey, the city's been Oh, jeez. I could let GA know the city's been non-hostile and very helpful to us so far.
Affirmative.
Wait, GA should know that.
No,
No,
because it's
we
been
haven't connected
disconnected
yet.
this whole time.
Oh, okay. It's not the onboard; it's the actual. Got it.
Yes.
Yep, because
Establishing
I can't
connection.
Yeah, I can't connect to GA unless
Now,
there
for the
is
city,
connection.
I would request access, and then I'd let it know that this is our planet side assistant for
No.
compiling all the.
No, this is
information.
off planet.
Oh.
This is an attempt to GA proper.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Do
the
you-
thing.
I'm not
is,
sure
like,
the city will
But
allow
basically,
this.
they're both asking who this is that you're connecting.
Well, I'd give the city the valid information, whether it wants to connect or not.
What would you
is
tell the
up to
city?
them.
This is kind of a diplomacy thing.
Oh God. Well,
This
I
is
do have
basically-
more knowledge
No,
about
no,
GA
no,
than most of them.
Wait. I think you should. Dax should tell H8 because I can communicate with both very well.
Well, yeah,
So
they're kind of
whatever.
So,
Yeah.
roll
whatever
a
Dax
intelligence
can say.
diplomacy
He's a
roll.
diplomat. I never thought I'd see the day.
Roll an
Yeah, I
intelligence
know.
diplomacy.
Wait, who?
You or Dax or both. Intelligence diplomacy for
Well, I think I should.
this. Yes.
If Dax is
Both.
one to be like, we should try.
Or one of us gets advantage. Which
Wait, what's diplomacy?
Persuasion. Sorry.
that's charisma though.
No, intelligence.
Good.
I said intelligence. Persuasion.
Oh, so I'm just doing intelligence, basically.
Unless
They got a +4 to that, dude.
unless you have a bonus to it.
I
Yeah.
got a 16.
Okay. 16's
+3.
good.
I mean, I have good for intelligence, but I don't have a
Yeah.
persuasion.
Neither of you are proficient in persuasion, so that's fine. I didn't know if you were. So
I'm more stating the factual knowledge that I know.
but that's the thing, that's why it's
Because
int based.
I have a lot more information about.
It's
the
int based
Galactic
instead of
Academy than
charisma
most
based
people.
because these are both mechanical entities.
logical
They don't
beings,
care
yeah.
about your flowery
Feelings.
words.
Right.
They want
right.
data. So
Well, I'm good
basically,
at that, at least.
you deliver
I mean, it would
proper
be the same with
data.
my history as well.
Yeah.
My history is the same, so.
you basically provide proper data enough that they can evaluate and say that they'll make it. And you notice the signal from you drops, and you notice the two of them communicating, verifying things before you're able to reconnect.
Why do I feel bad about this already?
I know, this could be amazing.
Now,
This could help us a lot.
Dax,
It hurt a lot.
this chamber in front of you, you know would be the one that the city was telling you that it needs the scan from to be able to have
Oh, yeah.
answers.
Well, if he's taking care of that now, I will turn my fascination back to the room.
Okay. Roll a d20 when you get into the scanner, because I have a feeling you probably go there since you know that's what the city needed to answer your query. Like it literally said, I need you to go down and
Move
scan.
things along. Yeah, plus it's a scanner, not... I would... Oh, okay.
So it scans
I'm good with a nat 20.
and evaluates your suit and you.
Ooh. Sorry, I got giddy for you.
It tingles.
About to
Many
cut him
probable
left.
outcomes. Request designation on path to investigate.
Oh. Well, my biggest concern is yeah. I mean, the ability to communicate with our ships like we can communicate with you would be amazing. Because my ability to communicate with the overseer here is pretty rare among my species.
You can communicate with any sort of computer entity that you touch, though. So what is it you're asking?
That doesn't mean everyone else in my species can. Or was that a racial trait?
That's a racial trait, from what I understood from you.
All right, good. Well,
the level of communication varies, like how good they can communicate. But that's like saying how well two human beings can communicate with each other. Well, it can vary.
Vary a lot.
So they all have the ability to communicate based on touch, but you've developed it further to work with other species technologies based on pushing yourself.
Right.
Most of them can't just interface with, a human ship because it's foreign to them. It's foreign language. So what is it you seek? Is it which path do you want to investigate?
Ability to share information like they do without, exploding my brain in the process.
Yeah, don't make me take that
Okay.
again. Jeez.
I need you to roll an int save. As new devices come down and start doing things to you.
Just scanning. I didn't. In save, that's +7, so.
Possibility determined. Confirmed. Modification now. The chamber shifts out of the way, and you go into another one, and it's like, and you feel a pressure chamber. This is immense pressure. And you feel...
When did I sign up for this?
You feel a tentacle, a cable, inject in you. And then mess with you and withdraw.
Wiggles.
Like, I remember my mom tickling me like that back in the day.
Now, we'll have to see what that effect has. But you can potentially have other modifications. You don't feel any mechanical component, though.
Okay. Can I get a copy of the scan?
Of which scan?
Of me, that it did.
Are you asking it?
Yes.
You already have it.
Oh.
And you think, and you remember seeing the image. Do you wish to have it downloaded to a mechanical form?
Is there enough room in my suit? I'm assuming I have some storage space in my suit.
Negative.
Darn.
Not for the depth of scan they did.
Is there a physical format available?
Affirmative.
Then yes, please.
You see this little metal box, essentially. Looks kind of like, almost like a Zippo lighter, but it's,
nice.
Flip open, but about that size. Comes out.
And I'll spend another year cracking this open. I'm good with that.
You pick it up and touch it, and your mind is immediately flooded with the images.
That's amazing. I love this.
Basic technology. It's like a basic machine subroutine that you can communicate with that has all the data that you can access.
That's so cool. Alright, Dax is going to get back into light show mode while he ponders the applications.
Actually, you have a feeling you could probably eventually make a device to make these drives. Now that you think about it.
Yes.
It'll only work with your species, but you can transfer knowledge that way.
Yes.
Your mom is still waiting, by the way.
Yeah, well, she's going to get a lot more information now.
H8.
Yes.
This is where we're going to end for the evening. Zal, sorry you didn't. You kind of got the sidelines a bit.
I'm happy with it. I'm perfectly happy with it.
You get a ping from GA.
He's been happy.
But we actually got so much done this session.
You get a ping from GA H8.
Okay. Now that I'm connected.
Mm-hmm. Uploading data. Data missing. Query. Why are you missing data?
Can H8 in the internet that is
Yes.
G8, can he demand explanation?
Demand explanation for what?
Why something's missing?
She's asking you why something's missing.
Remember, you dumped a whole bunch of stuff.
Is there anything in GA that
Local GA.
not local?
No.
Yeah, no, not local.
It's no longer local.
If there's something in the little recording box attached.
Is there anything in GA that oh god, what? I'm trying to word this right. Anything in GA that matches up with missing information?
Yeah, you're a machine. You replaced your information with other information.
H8 just slams his hand down on the ground again. Aggravated.
Attacking the city.
Keep in mind.
Aggravated.
Keep in mind. GA asked what happened, and you didn't respond. I was telling you what you know is capable and possible with your being.
No, but at this point, H8 is asking the missing information he has to G8.
You're asking for it, or asking
Yeah,
about it?
No, I'm asking. Can you basically let me know this information that is missing from my memory?
Affirmative. Do you wish to download copy?
Yes.
Downloading now.
Immediately.
You go into standby as the amount of data being downloaded is basically refilling up your drive.
Oh, ow.
So, Dax, you look over and you see H8 there, and like the lights going.
He can tell I'm in standby at this point, and yeah.
Well, yeah. I know what it looks like when a computer or robot is downloading.
Yeah.
A massive
And so we'll pick up there next week, and we'll see what happens. Yes.
Sorry.
Good game, guys. Good game.
I'm sorry, I don't like
Dude.
to be the center of things. I don't.
Hey, but you did a good job, man.
It was so needed at the
It's
same
your
time.
first time with your big boy panties on.
You did a good job, and it was good, and it was
Plus,
needed.
Pure had his time when, he was getting impregnated and stuff.
Oh no, yeah.
He had his episode.
Pierre had his time, and not Hal. Cal had
Zal.
Zal. No. Oh my god. Why can't I remember?
Kai?
Kai. That's it. Kai had his. They had an amazing.
They had an awesome episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Yeah, and I sat back the whole time, and I was just like, "This is good."
Yeah. That's why I was confirming with you, Feeling goes the other way, too. It's
all good.
Alright, thank you all for being here. Until next time, as always, enjoy the story. We'll see you all next time.